Hi everybody. So I have a few minutes, so I thought I would do a video a little bit on Mexico, and as you know, I'm having my surgery there. Um, it's a little difficult because I don't really have the guidance of a doctor being here telling me, what appointments I need to make, who I need to see, what papers I need to fill out. I'm pretty much on my own as far as getting everything ready for surgery and making sure that I follow the instructions for my pre-op diet. Um, Dr. Hoya wants me to do 2 weeks of the pre-op diet. Um, I guess if you are a little lighter or a little heavier, he might recommend more time or less time based on your BMI. But for me, particularly, I think most people fall into the 2 week range for the pre-op diet. And Dr. Hoya has you on liquids. He doesn't really specify clear liquids, whole liquids, if you have to see through them. So he didn't really say sugar-free liquids or, I mean, obviously I'm not going to like drink a bunch of soda and like milkshakes and stuff for my pre-op diet. I'm probably going to go ahead and do sugar-free anyway, but I thought that was interesting that he didn't really specify that it had what types of liquids I was supposed to be taking in for that 2 week period. So, along with the 2 week liquid diet before surgery, I have to blow up 30 of those little balloons every day. Um, that's a lot of balloons. So, I'm basically going to have to buy like hundreds of balloons. You're supposed to throw them away after you blow each one up. I guess it's to strengthen your lungs for surgery. I am not a smoker currently. I used to be a smoker. I smoked actually quite a bit back in the day. I only have quit within the last, I'd say it's probably been a little over a year since I quit. And, oh, can you hear the lovely neighbors? Probably not, but, um, yeah, the little Honda just raced down the street, which is why my boyfriend wants to move, but that's a whole other issue here. So, um, anyway, back to the subject. What was I talking about? The balloons. Oh, smoking. I quit smoking a little over a year ago, so that's good. So I don't have to worry about that, thank God. And I just quit. I'd actually smoked since, oh God, since I was probably about like 16. I know that's really bad, but I was a hairdresser. I went to beauty school and like we all smoked. That's what we did. We went outside. We had smoke breaks. Um, Smoke breaks, smoke breaks, smoke breaks, to get out of being in beauty school. So, anyway, don't have to worry about the whole smoking thing, although I'm sure my lungs are, weaker than someone who never smoked. I will be doing my balloon exercises, getting ready for surgery. Let's see what else. I did make an appointment with my primary care physician here. Um, Dr. Hoya didn't really recommend or didn't really even mention that in his handbook that I was emailed after I booked my surgery. Um, I just took it upon myself because I want to know that I have really good follow-up care when I get back from Mexico. It's really important to me. I really want to keep on top of my health. I want to make sure that everything is going well. I want to make sure that I have all the nutrients, that I'm getting everything that I need. So I wanted to touch base with my primary care physician here just before I left so that she could do some preliminary testing, blood tests, that kind of thing before I have surgery so that when I come back she'll have something to, like pair it up against. So that was kind of on my own. No one really told me to do that. It was just sort of, I mean, common sense if you ask me that you'd want to make sure if you're going out of the country for gastric bypass, lap band, VSG, any of those surgeries, you want to make sure that you have good quality follow-up care at home. And I personally wanted to know that it was lined up before I left. I know some people who have gone and had surgery in Mexico come back and didn't have any problem finding that their doctor would help, run tests and help make sure that they stayed on track. However, I know for lap band patients that it can be kind of hard to find a doctor in the United States that will do fills for you if you're choosing the lap band. That was one of the reasons why I didn't choose lap band for my procedure. A lot of other reasons why, but one being that I just didn't think I could lose the kind of weight that I'm wanting to take off with a lap band. Um, let's see what else. So yeah, I have my appointment with my primary care physician on March 30th, I believe it is. I'll be seeing her to, basically let her know. She um, doesn't really know. I think I'd mentioned to her once that I was interested in gastric bypass. I did get a referral from another doctor that I was seeing for a while to go to a seminar. I did go to a seminar for my local surgery center when I was in the beginning processes of, you know, deciding this was something that I really wanted to do. And I would recommend that even if you're going to Mexico, you should probably get hooked up with your local program so that you can go to one of those informational seminars because it really gives you a lot of information. I had already done quite a bit of research beforehand, so honestly, I didn't really learn much from the seminar, but it was a good experience, if anything, to hear the kinds of questions that everyone else had and know that it was really similar to what I was, thinking about and wondering about. And they usually, you get a chance to ask your questions to a bariatric surgeon. So even if it's not the surgeon that's going to be doing your surgery, it's kind of nice just to go so you can get your questions answered. Um, what else? Through Dr. Hoya, he has a patient coordinator. His name is Gerald, and he's kind of been with me every step of the way, I guess, through this. He books the plane tickets. He makes sure that you have a room at the hotel to go to after your stay at the hospital. I'm going to be in Mexico for 9 days total. That's one night before surgery at the hotel. And then the second day will be my surgery, which is on the 3rd of April. And then I believe I'll be in the hospital for 4 days. And at that point, as long as everything goes great and I'm doing well, they'll discharge me and I'll go into the Cristal, the hotel that they're putting us up at, which I've seen pictures. It looks glorious. I'm so excited to be there because at that point I'll just try and, relax and recover and hoping I can kind of enjoy the ocean a little bit. Um, I've heard most people that have gone really recommend upgrading to the ocean view room because you're not going to be doing much but like sitting there, trying to heal. So you might as well have something pretty to look at, right? Um, I've seen a lot of people on their vlogs, they talk about like going down to the beach and laying on the sand and laying by the pool and, what a better way. There is no better way to heal, if you ask me, than that. A little sunshine will do everyone some good. Um, so that's kind of something I'm looking forward to. I think it'll be like a little reward after my surgery to be able to heal on the beach of Mexico in some nice warm sunshine. Um, Other than that, I mean, everything's been really easy with booking my surgery. Gerald has helped me. He's got our plane tickets already booked, and everything's done electronically, so it'll all be there when we check in at the airport. We'll have our tickets, go to one of the little kiosks, and I guess you print them out or something. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to give a quick overview of what I've done up to this point and how it all works as far as going to Mexico. I know that once we actually land and get there, they have a driver that they're going to send to pick us up. And Gerald sent me very detailed directions on how to find my driver. And I mean, everything's really, really taken care of. So I feel comfortable going. And I know that the surgeon that I chose he's world renowned. He caters to Americans. I've heard that most people that end up seeing Dr. Hoya are Americans whose insurance wouldn't cover their surgery. So they ended up in Mexico and they're paying for it themselves, just like I am. So I guess that's all for now. This video is getting a little long. So, alright, well, not as funny as my other videos, I know, but I wanted to post a little bit of, more of an informational type thing because I know there are a lot of you considering Mexico, and there's not a lot of information on YouTube about Mexico. I know You Want Geek is a really good one. She's sweet and she'll answer your questions. Not So Hot Girl, she's another one. They both went to Dr. Hoya. Also, Magunar Bar also went to Dr. Hoya. So, I mean, those three people I've really talked to extensively and gotten a lot of my questions answered, I guess, about Dr. Hoya and about going to Mexico in general. So, if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask me or ask any of those lovely ladies, and I'm sure they'll help you out. So, alright, well, we'll talk to you everyone later. Bye.